Hello, beautiful people. Hello. Welcome to the premiere episode of the What Do You Mean podcast. I am
double checking my stuff.
You checking all your shit? Yeah. Welcome to the premiere episode.
Make sure it's hosting. I hope it is. I mean, I can't
Get ready
tell.
for all the audio issues.
Yeah, I can't tell if mine's hosting either.
It doesn't give me a notification if it does, but I have it set to do it. So.
There we go.
Yeah,
But welcome to the What Do You Mean cast. I am Josh, aka Phoenix. You guys want to introduce?
We can go next.
Yeah.
I'm Charl. I'm Professor Toaster.
And I'm Russ, otherwise known as RamenCipher.
Good. So very nice to meet you guys. K-Like the Soup, thank you for the follow. Before we even went live, thank you very much.
Soup.
Super awesome. Hello, Legend of Link, and hello, Sasha Dale Groening.
Damn, you can see chat
Sasha
and everything?
Dingale
I guess
Groening.
I can open that.
What's up, guys? Thank you guys for joining in. Thank you guys for hanging out. Kind of what this podcast is just where we've been. I know Russ and Charl have been friends for what, over 10 years?
What year are we now in? Almost 2021. So that's what, maybe 10, 11 years at this point?
About 11, yeah.
Yeah, we're about on that.
If you like math, you know.
If you like
What subject do I teach? I teach toasters. I teach you the intricacies of toasters is what I teach.
Toaster.
The brave little variety.
There you go.
You name it, I can teach you about it.
But I got to I met Charl through Russ. I used to work with Russ, and Russ introduced me to Charl, and we all became friends about 3-4 years ago, and we've been real close ever since. So it was Charl's idea.
If you see the Christmas tree moving, it's because of the cats. I don't have a possessed Christmas tree. It's just the cats are just all up on it.
There you go. This podcast is just going to be us kind of chilling, talking. A lot of gaming talk. A lot of stuff we've done throughout the week as far as gaming goes. We'll get to shout outs and everything. If you got questions in chat, ask them. One of us will respond in time when we have some time and everything.
Yeah, if I look off to the screen, it's because I got 2 monitors behind this camera.
Yeah, I got a monitor off to this side too.
Keep an eye on it.
But today is just going to be kind of talking about what we've been doing. Big talk today is going to be Cyberpunk, because that's the big
thing to talk about right now.
You could call it issue right now because of what's going on with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like the No Man's Sky effect.
Yeah. But we've all been playing it. We've all been having a real good time with it. Russ will have some interesting things to talk about with that in his journey with Cyberpunk and just all of that and everything he went through. But first, I just want to check in. I know, I literally talk to you guys on a daily basis, but everything going good? Everyone got good? Any plans for the holidays? Where I know, Charl, I think you're traveling.
Yeah, I'm out of town. That's why. I mean, it's funny that we did it now, but I'm out of town next Sunday, which is. I mean, we discussed that earlier about maybe doing an episode on Wednesday as well.
Yeah,
we'll
so
see.
We may get double episodes in a week, guys. So that'll be super fun.
Which isn't what we're normally gonna do. It's gonna be a once a week thing. But just because it's the holiday season.
This will be a special Christmas episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Christmas Eve, the Eve of Christmas Eve episode is what it is.
Yeah.
Eve of Christmas Eve.
The Eve of Christmas
holiday
Eve
special.
Episode. Yeah. We'll talk about stuff like that. Russ, you've been good? You've been doing anything lately?
Just working, man, playing games.
Getting that paper.
Crying from skill-based matchmaking.
Oh, we'll talk about that if we got time at the end. We'll talk about that if we got time at the end and everything. All right, so let's just jump into it here. Let's just get into it. Cyberpunk. We all got it day one. We all played it. We all had various levels of good, bad, indifferent with it.
Yeah. I mean, it's not a terrible game. I don't want people to think that where's the Kim Possible ringtone? No, that was Zordon. Someone got that Zordon.
Oh man, who said it's Kim Possible? All right, hold up. We're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah,
Listen here, Sasha. Sasha, we're gonna have a discussion here. This pops up all the time. That is the communicator. That is the communicator from fucking
Too young
Power
already.
Rangers.
Yeah.
I
It's
can't
the
believe it
Kim
went off this
Possible
quick. That's
ringtone.
my ringtone. It's my text
Forget
tone.
about
My
whatever.
fiance, on the other hand, has the Kim Possible one. There it was. Did you hear that?
There it
It's
Both
the
have
communicator.
Kim Possible
No,
ringtone.
don't listen to them. As you can tell, that's a fun subject to bring up. But no, that's the communicator from Power Rangers. It does get confused with
He
Kim
just
Possible.
has
They are
The
similar.
Kim Possible
Yes.
remix. You know.
Oh
Yeah.
my
But
god.
anyways, back to the Cyberpunk thing. So I started off as
alright,
Corpo,
yeah.
as somebody asked. But I started off as Corpo, and I'm going to be really honest. I do feel like Corpo, from what I've seen and heard, really got the short end of the stick as far as like
Really?
the beginnings of your life path.
I can comment on that
Yeah, because you've
I've
done
played
everything.
all 3. Yeah, I definitely agree that the Corpo is probably the weakest of the intros.
Yeah, because from what I understand, Street Kid, like your very beginning thing is like trying to steal a car, right?
Yeah,
And
so
then-
like interesting wise, I'd say Street Kid probably tops it, right? But I feel like being involved wise, I would say Nomad.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's what I started
Um,
as. I started as Nomad, and I really enjoyed kind of because all the intros are basically how you come to Night City, how you become what you are, and how basically it's how you meet Jackie. It's
how you meet Jackie.
is how
It
it
is
is.
how you meet Jackie, and I get it that's how you meet Jackie. But I mean, Corpo, I'm gonna be really honest. You start your intro, it is one vehicle drive, and that is the end of the life path. It's like maybe
Yeah,
5
that's it.
minutes. It's not even 5 minutes. In Corpo, you've apparently known Jackie for years. Like you guys
So
are friends.
so
That's
in,
the only cool part about Corpo.
Yeah, is that you
You
know that
already
you
know
and
it.
Jackie
He's a-
have
he's a bro.
things. I think my biggest annoyance with Cyberpunk, I mean, there's lots of bugs, right? Like we all have been having crashes and stuff, but my biggest annoyance is if you've seen gameplay or anything of Cyberpunk, you know there's like a montage, right, of you and Jackie's like fucking around and stuff, dancing with Jackie, all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. You don't play any of that.
You don't play any of it, and it's the same montage no matter which life path you choose.
I say yeah, you're
Yeah,
the only
and
one that
you
would
would
know
know.
that.
You-
You've done all
You've
3.
Dipped into all of them now, so
It's
I
the
think
same
it's a
one.
little bit. And the Corporal one is really abrupt too. Like it's all of a sudden, it's like, by the way, you fucked up. I'm like, I haven't even had time to fuck up yet. Like I haven't
Yeah.
had time.
I
So
didn't even get to fuck up.
So it looks like Soup and Sasha both went Street Kid. So that's
Yeah, I
awesome.
hear Street Kid is good. I think, in all honesty, when I'm done with this playthrough, I mean, I'll swap to Nomad. Nomad seems to be the one that has the most like flushed out characters as well.
Oh,
If you
shoot.
know any side characters in the game that are nomads, seem to have very flushed out things. The Corpos, I don't know. It feels like they put a lot of effort into this whole nomad thing, and they mention like lots of characters mentions like, "Oh, I wish I was a nomad" and stuff like that. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, what the fuck happened? Like, did they just kind of forget I was the other life paths or something? Like, it feels like there's something missing.
I can't attest to any of the other life paths, but I will say, like you hinted at, Charl, Nomad feels it feels
Done.
really
It feels finished.
I wouldn't even
feels
say
complete.
finished. I wouldn't even say finished.
Yeah.
It just feels like it feels like there's a little bit more attachment, especially as you continue on. How it all starts, it's very Nomad in the start is very tense too. There's like an interaction at the beginning that's really tense in it. There's a lot of mystery surrounding Nomad. And then even as it wraps up and everything, it's really high energy when it wraps up. And then it's a really cool haha moment at the end. That's really cool. And your bond with how you bond with Jackie and Nomad, I really enjoyed. So
yeah, I
think,
mean, I loved it in Corpo. I mean, it's great in Corpo that you and Jackie like go back and everything. Like he even makes comments. He's like, "Man, it's all because you went to the Corpo and all this shit." And I'm like, damn. I'm
Like,
sorry.
I put Nomad and Street Kid above Corpo because, like you said, Corpo's hella short, and you. sit in
Like
a
it's
fucking
5 minutes.
taxi thing for
Your
like
life
10
path
years.
beginning is
Yeah.
5 minutes. I
You
shit
sit
you
in a
not.
taxi, you go in, and then you're fired. It's great, but like
Yeah.
both Nomad and
so
Street
stupid.
Kid have a kind of similarity with how you and Jackie become bros. Like you're just both in kind of a shitty situation at the end of that little
Yeah.
intro bit, and so you're just like, hey, fuck it, let's just be homies, you know. And then it just cut to montage.
I do feel like they could have made this game a little bit longer if we got to do the fuckery shit.
I feel like the Nomad Let's Be Homies was felt a little bit more genuine than the Street Kid one.
Oh, okay. It's just because of like how it starts and everything. It seems more.
Street Kid's cool, but it's like when you get to that point where it's like, hey, we're bros now, whatever. It's kind of like you're there because the game says so.
What about you, Josh?
Oh, yay, you're friends now. But Nomad, like, this whole thing is just like, oh, okay, we fucked up, we both are idiots, and fuck it, we're gonna do our own thing now.
I didn't even have the chance to do that in Corpo. I shit you not. You get fired within 5 minutes. It's like I didn't even get to do the mission.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Nomad, yeah, like it feels good. Oh, thanks for the follow, Sasha. Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Follow hype.
Damn, look at that overlay too. Shit.
Yeah, Metal Slug, dog. It's good shit.
Have we?
None of us have finished the game yet.
Somebody asked. None of us have finished the story.
None of us are close to finishing the story. All of us are still in Act 2. Charl,
I have a really good reason for not because I've
we'll get to your story here real quick. We'll get to your story here real quick. But all of us,
let Josh
all of us are in Act 2. I think Charl's the farthest along as far as stories go. All of us. For sure. Well, me and Charl, Russ will explain why he's as far as us.
Why he's played all 3 life paths.
And also why he's played all 3 life paths. I am very big on doing a lot of the side stuff. Plus, this game is so immersive, I want to just go and do my own thing a lot. You with the side jobs and the gigs and the random crime that's happening that you can stop, and just the jumping into stuff, or like getting a call from the local leader of whatever borough you're in, and
the
everything
cars.
Like that.
Don't forget the cars.
Them contacting you about the cars, be it jank or super sick. Like, there's a lot of content, and I know for some people that can be overwhelming. Like, there is it plops you in Night City. Like, after you get your intro done and you leave your apartment for the first time, it plops you in Night City, and it's like, have fucking fun. Here's your main mission. Yeah. We're not going to force you into this. Go.
Now,
and for some
that
people,
being said, that intro takes like a good 6 to 7 hours to get through.
It does.
Oh, Act 1?
The beginning of the game.
Yeah, Act 1.
Act 1.
Story.
Or prologue or
whatever,
it
takes you a minute.
It's a good 6 to 7 hours. And it's good because you get used to how the
like the suit gun that goes brr. I don't use guns that go brr. I have mantis blades. I really like.
You love your mantis blades.
If I do have a gun, there's an iconic gun that you can find. I'm not gonna tell anyone where to find. I'll let you find their own. But it's called the Lizzie. Fucking hell.
Dude, Lizzie is so fucking tight.
Great
I have
gun.
2 iconic guns I've been using. One of them is just like how the revolver. It's just like the overturned revolver, but it's an iconic version of it. And if you hold down the trigger, instead of it doing a charge shot, it just shoots like an auto thing, but like consistently.
Is it almost like holding the trigger since like an old
Cloud?
The guy at the Cloud? No. Is there somebody that has a gun like that at Cloud? I need to go back.
Yeah, and then you go and kill the boss in the VIP part.
Oh shit! Oh, no, I saw that gun. That guy was but it's the same style. It's the overturned like look. And then the other one's the precision rifle, the charged one. I think it's called the Widowmaker. That one's
tight.
I need to
I
find
haven't stopped
that.
using it.
I
haven't stopped using it.
Precision rifles have been really cool. Yeah, if you charge your shot up, you can if you ping everyone. Yeah, if you
got that scope,
and
you like aim down sights, you can see them through the walls, and you can just charge.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Most precision rifles are like that, though.
Oh,
like the
tech
precision rifle.
I've only gotten that one.
It like shoots like a shotgun, and then when you aim down the sights, you can like use a charge shot. I didn't know I could shoot through walls. I need to really play with that then.
Yeah.
I feel like that'll save me lots of trouble.
Yeah, but no, that's kind of like all of our favorite guns, soup, and everything. But Russ, now that we've kind of talked about like intro story and everything, because the Act 1 is basically a tutorial. Honestly, Act 1 can function as a tutorial because you're locked into one zone. You can't go anywhere else. You can do everything in that zone, but it basically functions.
The game does open up in Act 2, and
once you
I'm not
hit
in Act 3 yet, so I don't
know. You gotta go by Overwatch.
I knew someone's gonna make that reference. Yeah, I mean it's called the Widowmaker. Yeah.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
But
so Russ,
why, Russ? Explain to everyone
Russ,
why you.
Let's take us on your journey of of Cyberpunk worldness. Go ahead. Take us on this journey.
Me and Josh are playing this on PS5.
Yeah, as you can see, I have a PS5. Me and Charl have been playing it on that.
These guys both
were
in the master race of PlayStation, and they got the PS5 at launch, right?
We both have launched PS5s.
I still, to this day, don't have a PS5.
You gotta wait till February.
I gotta wait till like fucking 2020.
When Cyberpunk is out of early access.
Damn.
Let me just get that PS5 Pro though. So I got the game at launch. I've got a PS4 Pro, so it's not the base PS4.
It's a good one.
It's a good one. And so I got the game at launch. I pre-ordered it like freaking 6 months maybe in advance or something. And so when the game came out, obviously everyone was janky. And the whole thing with it not being the console version not being reviewable by people, like
that was a mistake.
It was like stuff like you call your car and this fucking Minecraft Roblox thing rolls up and it's like, hey, what's up? And then you give it like 5 seconds and then it turns into a car eventually. You got all the Minecraft people walking around town. It's pretty great.
It's great.
Which I didn't believe you that's how it looked until I looked it up online. I was like, it's N64.
Yeah, I will admit when you said whenever you were like everything looks like, well, you and Nick both started saying it looks like ass and everything. I was like, there's no way it's that bad. You guys are just being nitpicky. And then I saw and I was like,
my favorite meme
YouTube video come out.
My favorite meme is definitely like the one from the trailer when V's on the train and it's playing the theme song, like the da-na-na-na-na, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Welcome to Night City." It like opens up and it's like N64.
Yeah.
So funny.
I love that one. But when I got it, I went Street Kid because I was like, you know what? I want to go with that because it sounds cool. Made my character, go through. I played all the way through Act 1, suffering through all this bullshit. But I was like, you know what? The story's good. Let's just go. Because, I mean, I'm one of the few people that got free at freaking launch, and that was just a jank mess too. So I'm like, it'll eventually get better. Then they came out with the patch after the day one.
Yeah, the 1.4 patch, I think is what it was. Yeah, because we're on 1.5 right now.
Yeah, 1.5 came out this week.
Yeah.
So I was playing on the 1.4 or whatever it is, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to start a new one, see how much better it's gotten. And then I went Corpo. And then I got an email. Well, before that, Corpo.
Did it change at all with the patch? Like, did you see improvements?
There was very slight improvements. It wasn't anything like, whoa! You know? It wasn't.
I do want to say that I think the crowds, it seemed like there were more people in the streets. That might have just been me thinking that. I don't know if that's
because you guys were on PS5.
It can generate the people.
My shit was empty, right? I could probably count on my hand. Like,
damn.
And then I went through the whole prologue Act 1 thing again as Corpo. It was cool. I didn't really enjoy like the Corpo responses. Just made me sound like a fucking asshole to everybody. But
yeah, you sound like an asshole. Like, it doesn't matter how nice the dialogue reads. Like you're like, oh well, I was talking. This is how they do it. I was like, don't be such a fucking dick, man.
Yeah.
I don't even use my Corpo responses anymore.
I went through that, and then I got an email shortly after that from Google with the little offer from Stadia, being like, yo, if you buy Cyberpunk on Stadia, we'll send you a free Premiere Edition. I'm like, you know what? Let me look up on YouTube.
And so you still had to buy the Cyberpunk on Stadia? Oh, I thought that came with it.
No, so you buy the Cyberpunk and they give you a free Stadia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got a free.
Gave you a Stadia.
You got a free Chromecast Ultra and the Stadia controller for the price of Cyberpunk.
That's like a really good deal.
So
that's insanely good.
And both of those by themselves is $100, which was basically free. And
$100 each, or just like together?
Together.
Yeah, the Chromecast and the controller is $100.
It's one package.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll give it a shot. right? And so I finally get the Stadia stuff. I was messaging Josh when I first got it. I was like, I'm gonna be really depressed because I'm gonna on my phone just fuck. And I was like, I'm gonna be depressed if this shit looks better and loads better on my phone compared to my PlayStation 4 Pro. And fuck me, it did. And I was very disappointed. Then go back, and then I finally get my thing this past like 2-3 days ago or whatever, and I plug it in the TV. I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm just gonna start a fresh Cyberpunk. Setting up super easy, by the way. And as soon as it's set up, it's just like, yo, you want to play Cyberpunk? I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Wow.
And night and fucking day, let me tell you.
Really?
I
heard him talk about it. It sounds different.
I would 100% say if you don't have a next gen console or a 30 series fucking graphics card in your PC, get it on the Stadia. It's just so good, dude.
Yeah, because the only reason I didn't get it on PC is because I would rather run the game on Ultra, and I don't have a 3080. Those things are impossible to get all.
The caveat with Stadia though is, especially to run it like you run it, because we live in an area where we have gigabit internet.
Yeah.
If you have the internet to run it, I know Russell told me he's running it at 4K 60. 4K resolution with 60 frames per second.
You need to have like fast-ass internet.
You need to have good internet for that. So anyone who's watching that is like, I want to do this. Stadia is the way to go.
It does give you the option to change the resolution and decrease the bandwidth.
Yeah, I know. So, can you stream on Twitch through it or no?
I don't know.
Cries in rural Missouri. So sorry, Sasha. So sorry.
Like,
I don't have internet out there yet.
Like, I think you could probably run it comfortably.
They're on 56K modems in rural Missouri.
Oh, that's depressing, and I don't want to ever go to Missouri. I'm just kidding.
The game is great. We can all agree that the game, when it works,
the game is great when
it works.
When it works, and B, when you can actually see what the hell's going on.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if people in the chat know, like, on PS4, you're playing the game at like fucking 720p, and
30 frames if you're lucky. If you're hitting the 30 frames.
And if you're lucky, you're hitting 30 frames sometimes. Majority of the time, you're like in the 20s. Did you like the character? I liked the wiener options.
So
we'll let Josh talk about what his experience with the game is, and honestly, I think we should talk about the missing features in this game.
Yeah.
Right. That we were told were going to be a thing that they showed that didn't come into this game.
So big, quick thing in chat. If you do get a Stadia, like, you don't have to have gigabit internet to run the game. Like, if you have if you have like 20 megs, 20 meg download or 30 meg download, you're going to be able to run it on Stadia just fine. It's going to be perfectly fine. It's just Russ and us, where we all live in the same apartment complex. Where we live, AT&T has put in their fiber, so we have gigabit internet, so we have 1 gig speed and everything like that.
And
so
just to say, to get the 4K, you have to have Pro, right? It's basically like PS Plus or Xbox Live, right?
Same subscription service. Yeah.
That being said, you get the 1080p free. So 4K and HDR, that's a Pro thing.
Yeah, but
obviously it's gonna use more data and shit. But
it's not a necessity.
It's not a necessity. It is a luxury.
You just can't play it.
It's a luxury. Yeah.
The game looks sexy at 1080.
Sorry.
Exactly.
So character customization and everything like that. Okay, so I've had a lot of fun with the game. I've put about 20 hours into it so far. I'm barely into Act 2. I've barely done any story with stuff. I did find my bae. I'm romancing the shit out of her. Me and Charl have the same bae. I love her very much.
Yeah, the same romance option.
Don't want to give a name away or anything around that. It's so fun.
I haven't even met this chick yet.
As far as Aim True asked about the character customization, I thought it would be more robust. From what CDPR put out, I thought we would have sliders. Now, granted, I'm okay with how everything looked, and you can get a decent character looking, but there's
I
no
expected something on the tier of like what Demon Souls did.
Yeah, there's no fine tuning.
Yeah.
Demon Souls, God, oh my God,
Demon
people,
Souls
when you
remake.
get
Demon
when
Souls
you get a
remake has
PS5,
a really good one.
Everyone in chat, if you ever get a PS5, I don't care if you like Souls games or not. Demon Souls is an incredible fucking game.
Did you find all side overwhelming? I got confused. So with the side shit, I wouldn't say it's overwhelming, right? Because you don't have to do it. And I also think that the game inflates it a little bit with the cars. I mean, I just hit street level 50, which is the in-game max. I think it can go higher than that, but is like that's the last one that you can get to, and things like still pop up. And I just now got like the last 2 cars, which is one of them the Guinevere, which from what I understand, Street Kid, that's the car you try to boost, is the Guinevere, and the other one is the Cthulhu 666, which is a car I've been wanting to get a hold of in the game.
Yeah. I don't necessarily. I mentioned this earlier about the side shit and everything. When it does jump you in, there's a lot. It is overwhelming for someone who's not used to a game. If you're not used to like games like this,
RPGs,
or just like, well,
Even if you are,
well,
like,
even like the
as
thing
soon as
it
you
is a lot. It is a lot.
yeah,
The
it's so
second
much.
you wake up in
Witcher
Act
didn't
2,
throw this
it
much at you.
shits all these side quests in your lap, and you're just like, what the hell?
Yeah,
do
not
I
even
do?
Witcher threw this much at you. Like, there's a lot of shit to do in Witcher. Like, when you see all the question marks and everything you've come across, you're like, that's a lot. But it's not
But you
inundating.
had to go and interact with that stuff.
Exactly. It's not inundating you with
Yeah.
quests in a log that you have to sort through.
This shit's like random motherfuckers are just calling you on the phone and like, hey, you don't know
get
me,
some
but
cool
hey, I got a
shit.
job for you.
Yeah, you do get cool shit for doing. I mean, they incentivize you really good in this
Oh,
game.
no.
Like, listen, do the side bit because you can get either like a car, like somebody somebody can have a quest line and you can do their whole quest line and you can be rewarded with a car, or you can get like a really sick pistol. I mean, the pistol I'm using right now is, I'm not gonna spoil it, but I had to do a quest line for it, and it's not the one I mentioned earlier. It's a completely different one, and even the car I'm using I got from the same side quest.
So, like, even not even gear related, there's side quests that are fun little, like, references. Like, there's a side quest you can pick up in a bar that takes you on, like, a thing where you have to rescue somebody from being kidnapped. And
That's a funny meme.
Let me see this meme that Burning posted. Thank you, Burning.
It's a funny meme. I've seen that meme.
But it's a fun reference. It's a fun, like, for minor spoilers, it's like an Office reference. It's hilarious.
Yeah, I've done that same side quest.
Great.
It's an Office reference.
Yeah.
I haven't. I don't even know what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, it's fun. It's great.
It's literally like the one surgeon guy reference.
Yeah.
Look at these people. Bomb sized.
What is Burning Circle? Thank you for posting these.
Yeah, no, that's the reference in the game. Number 1
You talking to
surgeon.
your wife? Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, wait.
Yeah. Thank you, Bernie. Yeah, I've seen those memes.
But the
That's
game
good
is
stuff.
fun. I mean, I do think they throw a lot at you. A lot of the side quests, which are what they refer to as gigs, some of them are side quests and some of them are just gigs. The gigs you can knock out in not even 5 minutes. I mean, a gig is like a really quick activity. It's like run in, pop this dude in the head, and pop out. Like, some of the gigs are really quick. So it looks overwhelming, but in all honesty, I think how the map is designed is that you want to do everything as in like clockwise manner, or like a spiral. You want to spiral like from the outside in, going to your right. Because if you look at the map, it's a starting area, then the area to the right of it, you meet people that should be at your appropriate level, and if you just keep going, by the time you're like in the middle of Night City, you should be of same level of everything.
Yeah, it is overwhelming. But if you keep in mind, no one is telling you what you need to do or what you have to do.
You don't have to play it.
No one is like, you can just do story and have fun. If you want to, you can take as much time as you want. And like I said, I'm 25 hours in, and I've barely done any story in Act 2 because I'm just exploring the city and having fun and doing all this side stuff. Like, is there pressure to kind of continue the story? Yeah, every now and then I was like, I'll push story a little bit, but I'm not. I keep telling myself, no one is forcing me to do anything in this game. I want to do this how I want to do it. There's maybe a slight sense of FOMO, like thinking I might miss something, but there is, from what I hear, once you beat the main story, you can just reload right before the final mission and go do anything you want to. Nothing pops up afterwards. Nothing does anything, and you can just go and still explore everything. You can still have fun. You can still get all your cars, do all the gigs, and shoot. Some of the side stories have really cool character development and things like that.
Yeah, you learn a lot about some of the characters that you meet if you do like their quest line. I mean, and you know it's their quest line because they'll tell you like, listen, like I just need to sit and think. I'll call you back. Just jump 24 hours and congratulations, you can continue the story on their stuff. You don't need to really wait. I will say the game's really bad about making you feel like there's a sense of urgency, right? I mean, if anyone knows like the general overall plot of the game fools you into thinking that there's urgency, which I think is the problem that a lot of people are having, right? Like you feel like you need to get everything done because your character's like essentially like on a time, they're on a timetable.
They tell you you're on a timetable, and they actually put some stuff in there that like makes you think you might be, but there's no timetable. You can
like your character will get sick randomly, and then you'll be like, oh no, I need to do something now. And it's like, no, you're actually fine. It just does that.
Yeah. So, but let's get on to like features that are missing. First off, for me, it's the sliders. Like, I really wish there were some sliders. We made a joke too when we were talking about making our characters. Russ and Charl asked me, they're like, are you gonna make your Cyberpunk you, or are you gonna make yourself? I was like, I'm gonna try to get as close to myself as I can, and everything, just so I can, get into the game super hard. And I think Russ asked me. He's like, what are you going to do about that dick slider? I was like, I'm going to slide that shit. I'm going to slide that shit all the way to the left. And if you don't know about sliders, left is the smallest you can go. I just made that big joke. Because you got to keep expectations low.
What about you, Russ? Is there anything that the game is missing that they basically said was going to be in the game and didn't?
It's not stuff that they said was going to be in the game because, I mean, like our chat probably doesn't know. But, like, I kind of just was on a whole blackout with this game before it came out. I didn't want to hear shit about it. I just wanted to be in awe when it released, And so I don't really know what they announced was going to be in the fucking game. But for me, I found myself getting really annoyed that there's, like, nothing like a barber shop to go to. There's no way of transmog. Like, you wear the clothes you get for stats, and half the time it doesn't match, and you just run around looking like a mess.
I think that's something that I want to point out that they missed out, is that they said that we were going to have a system in place that like your outfit is supposed to dictate a lot of things, right? Like not just your stats, but it's supposed to be how people interact with you. So if you're like a street kid wearing a corpo outfit, people will make comments about it, but nobody does.
Yeah,
I think like my character's running around in a dress right now, and it's a guy. Like
I'm running around in like Arasaka turtleneck, like a body armor thing. It's straight up just labeled that, and no one bats an eye. It's like the thing that gets me with the no barbershops or anything is like you literally have doctors that can literally just augment your freaking skeletal system. But
just add an option in that shop. You don't even need to bring in a new section of NPCs. Like just make it an option.
Like, I can't get a haircut. I can't make my gear look like anything else.
Tattoos. I hope you like those tattoos you picked.
You, as soon as you make your character in the beginning, you're locked in, and that's what you get.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's something by February, whenever all the big patches are out and everything, that will be added. Hopefully, because I think that's something, again, that people that play, like fucking Witcher has it, like Fallout has it, things like that. All these games that are these RPGs have it. You want to be able to show the progression of your character, and I know I know when I got the Mantis Blades, or you equip any new augment, like you get a couple things on your arm and things like that. You can tell like there's stuff like built into your arm, and they've got some like cybernetics and stuff like that. But I want hair. I want to maybe put some extra scars on me after something because I got in a fight and I took some damage and stuff like that. Like I want to be able to have that level of immersion that games that are near as big in scope have.
Perfect example. Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Oh my god. We'll talk about that next episode. Or an episode because Charl hasn't played that game.
I haven't played it. I don't think I'm going to, because you guys say it's very Breath of the Wild, and I'm not like a Legend of Zelda person.
Side note to chat, if you are interested at all in just open world games, you like kind of the Assassin's Creed or Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild type thing, play Phoenix Rising. Play Immortal Phoenix Rising. It is the most fun I've had with an open world game this year. And that's including Cyberpunk.
And this is those talking about Cyberpunk too.
Yeah. Immortals is just so lighthearted fun and just so it is a surprise. It is a surprise fucking to me. I thought it was going to be another generic open world thing. Either way, Legend of Link, console and PC.
I'm playing it on PS4.
I'm playing it on PS5.
Freaking amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Aimtrue's playing. Good job, Aimtrue. Yeah, Aim is playing it. Like it's. No, I did not expect it to be as good as it was.
It's on console. They're just playing it on consoles.
Yeah,
PS5 and PS4. I expected another Ubisoft game. Climb the tower, scan the thing with your bird, and go to the point. Whatever.
Look at you, Valhalla.
Valhalla's not that bad. Valhalla's not that bad.
I'll give it that.
Valhalla is the best Assassin's Creed game, in my opinion, they've put out in a very long time. I think it's better than Odyssey. I think it's better than Origins. But
that being said, Immortals Phoenix Rising, I think the biggest surprise is you're buying the game, right? And it's one of the few times in this gaming, I guess, time period that we're in right now where you can buy a game and it's actually the full game.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Oh, like the Super playing Valhalla. See, we're all playing open world games. Look at this shit. This is good stuff.
I do think, when we're going back to the Cyberpunk thing, when it got delayed to December, I had made the joke that it's just going to get delayed again into February. And honestly, I think they should have just delayed it into February. Because, I mean, if the so-called final patch that's supposed to fix a lot of these bugs comes out in February, like, why not just delay it?
Because apparently, looking at some articles that have been coming out,
management.
It was very management high. It's higher ups that wanted to put it out for holiday time and have it sell. And now they shot themselves in the foot.
They took it off of the PSN store. So that's millions of copies that aren't being sold.
And refunds are going through like crazy.
Not being sold and just blanket refunds. Bro.
And then right before we started, there was that article that came out that CDPR is even footing the bill for you, like physical copy refund. Like they're footing that bill for you.
Yeah, and much respect to CDPR for like being like, okay, we fucked up here, and immediately getting to it and doing all this. And it's not. I want to keep reiterating this too, and this is something I really feel strongly about. Is this isn't the devs' fault. This is not the developers that made the game. This is some higher up management that pushed it out before it was done. This is some shareholders, some people like that, and they did all that. What did you say, Bernie? Do you think we could have gotten away with a holiday soft launch for PC? Who brought that up? Who said that? Charl or Russ? One of you said that yesterday when we were just chatting.
Check out. You see, I love Cyberpunk so much. I've been waiting for this game since it got announced back in 10 years ago. I got a Cyberpunk headset.
Which one of you brought up the fact that we should have had like a launch just on like next gen and PC? I think Russ brought that up. I think one of you two brought it up.
I didn't say anything about it.
So Bernie, we literally had that conversation the other day where we were like,
just like an early access version.
Yeah,
I do think they
could have got away. I think they could have got away with it. Yeah, there might have been some more backlash. They could have gotten away
with a PC launch. I don't think they would have
released a beta if you wanted to throw it on consoles. Just something, Because then it shows A, you're actively working on it. B, there's a reason there's bugs because it's a fucking beta.
They could have just done early access that Steam does. I mean, Steam offers early access. I mean, I don't know why they didn't.
And I think that's what Bernie's getting at with a soft launch on PC. Put it in EA. Let it see how it is.
Knock $10 off the game, early access. They would have, I'm pretty sure, sold way more copies.
Despite your feelings on early access, because I know a lot of people think early access is scummy and shit like that.
Yes. I think lots of people are cool with Skyrim books. So the thing is different with this. With Skyrim bugs, I do think there's a fine line between Skyrim bugs and how this game turned out. I think this game is more of like a No Man's Sky effect, that this game was sent out too early before it should have.
Before it was
Skyrim, I mean, you know there's gonna be bugs.
Well, see that's
what do you get at?
That's the weird thing with Skyrim and Bethesda games.
Effect.
Yeah, exactly. It sucks that we're like, yeah, like Sasha said, like it sucks that we have to we look at something like Skyrim, like it's kind of telling about us as gamers. You look at something like Skyrim, and like Sasha said, it makes it endearing. It's like, oh, haha, this is fun. Where Cyberpunk's bugs are like, it's not functioning on a huge install base. There's not a lot of people that have an Xbox Series X. There's not a lot of people that have a PS5. Hi, Bree.
You smell lovely.
Sorry, and there's not a lot of people who have the money or to build a PC to run it. Your install base for that last gen is huge, and to not have the game functioning on that is big. Now, on PS5, to talk about what me and Charl are experiencing, I have bugs. I have crashes. I have a shit ton of crashes.
I mean,
it
even
still
with the
has
patch,
bugs.
it's crashing. It's crashing. And the crashes are less, but it's still
that
something.
Right there is a point that I'll give to Stadia.
Bonus gameplay elements. I make that joke all the time.
No, Bernie. What we say, it's not bugs. They're features. They're features.
Feature.
Like
called the take a break feature.
The crashing thing is a point I'll give to Stadia because I've been just running around Act 2 in Stadia, dude, and I haven't had a single crash.
Yeah, and they said that a lot of the crashes happened in Act 2.
Only bug I've had on Stadia was during the hotel mission where Jackie forgot how to walk for some fucking reason, and and the part where you got away from the elevator.
Oh shit! Yes, I had a bug
wait for Jackie, and then he's throwing out all this dialogue, and I'm like, wait, did he despawn? What's going on? So I'm looking around the whole floor, and he's literally in the beginning of the level, just standing there, like.
Yeah, I had a bug similar to that one time. I think last night I had a bug, and the problem with this, someone brought up the Skyrim thing. The thing with Skyrim is this, right? The bugs are bad, but you can still play the game.
It's not game-breaking bugs.
Right?
They're just annoying.
Your game doesn't crash when Skyrim bugs out. I'm not saying that Skyrim had a good launch. I mean, it's been so long since Skyrim has come out. We've had 50 versions of Skyrim. I mean, VR.
I can play Skyrim on my smart fridge.
Yeah, I can fucking play it on my fridge. I'm pretty sure at this point. I think
on my T2100, my T1800 calculator, my Texas Instruments, dude. Shit.
Yeah, but with Skyrim, the problem is this: I don't know what happened. This is what CDPR said about the whole console version of the game, right? I don't know if you guys heard it, but they said the reason that it didn't get reviewed is because they didn't give a reviewable copy version of the console version until the day before it came out. And I'm one of those people, I was like, that's bullshit. I was like, you can say that is... They were like, we were trying to fine-tune this game until the last minute and give it out. I was like, no. I was like, just come out and just say, like, we knew the game wasn't working that great on console, and we didn't want that to be the reviewed version. Because there's no way that you guys had a working PC version and did not have a working console version at the same time. And it's working being very liberal at this point.
Yeah, it works. It's just...
Are you quoting God, Todd? It just works.
It just works.
Well, here's the thing, too.
It doesn't work good. But
I hear a lot of people saying, like, when it went into development, it was on last gen. Technically, it was on PS4, Xbox One.
Yes,
all that
what is now considered our last
what is considered
gen. Yes, the
last
PS4
gen
and Xbox.
And everything.
It's like 7+ years ago.
Yeah, I think it's 10.
Yeah, people are like, there's people defending, like, they're like, oh, what do you expect? It's 7-year-old stuff. They say that.
That's not a good excuse.
You have games like Ghost of Tsushima, which is one of the most beautiful open world games I've ever played in my life. Ghosts is a testament to what a good engine can do, and what if you take time with the game. It's on
Marvel
PS4.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Morales, holy shit.
Miles Morales. I'm not even talking about Miles. Before Miles Morales, just the Marvel Spider-Man. That shit was great. Right?
And now it just got a new update too, 60 frames ray tracing on thing. I might even fucking buy. I think I'm honestly gonna buy the whole fucking thing because I'll replay Spider-Man. I know everyone hates how the new one looks. I don't give a shit. I want ray tracing. I want it to look great, but it's not a good excuse.
Good.
People can't. Yeah, right. Josh is right. You can't give them the excuse.
No, you can't let them have that. And
you can't let them have that excuse because if you let them have that excuse, you give that same excuse to everyone.
Yeah, soup and circles are right there. Yeah, it's. Yeah, like...
Hell, look at God of War.
Oh my god! By the way...
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Whenever you guys get... Anybody in chat or in Charl, when you guys get a PS5, God of War runs at 60 frames, and it is fucking gorgeous.
I don't think...
To be fair, the majority of the games we just mentioned are all funded by Sony. Majority.
Yeah, they're all first-party Sony
CDPR
games. Every single last one we mentioned is a Sony first-party game.
Okay, but then let's think of not a Sony first-party game. I mean, CDPR has CDPR money. I mean, The Witcher did not sell bad.
The Witcher also didn't start. You also got to remember, Witcher also didn't start off super pristine either, but it wasn't this bad.
Yeah.
Yes, I was gonna say
it was still playable, but it wasn't this.
You can still play it. Yeah, I didn't play it at launch. I think I have like fucking 3 copies of that game by now, and I haven't even fucking played 3 hours into it.
I'm actually looking at my games behind me to see what we could say is like a good-looking game.
I'm pretty sure. I mean,
here.
Let me open the
I have a prime example. Hold on.
What's a prime example?
Prime example of a game that's not third-party that on PS4 and all current gen looked really good, and it's open world and massive.
Red Dead?
Red Dead 2.
But they have Rockstar money.
It doesn't. That CDPR has CDPR money.
Yeah, and CDPR does have like a lot of fucking capital.
Yeah.
I mean, they have more capital than you.
Yes, no, they do. I mean, CDPR is huge.
Like,
so that's why it blows my mind that this happened.
I don't know if it's an engine issue or what it was. I know there's a lot of Night City. Like, I'm not trying to take away from the fact that they crammed a lot into this world. I'm not trying to take away from that. But something like Red Dead, or even an older game like GTA 5, we're talking huge open world games.
Zero Dawn is a good
Horizon. Example. Well, that's another first party game. We're trying to break away from those first party games.
Oh, we're trying to break away from
GTA 5 is a good example.
And that's like, a huge fucking map.
You could talk about things like Assassin's Creed Odyssey or Assassin's Creed Origins. Those Ubisoft games look really good too. Like, they looked incredible. Yeah.
Valhalla, I mean, Valhalla looks great.
God, Valhalla looks incredible.
Let's use its current competitor.
Valhalla on a base PS4 or a PS4 Pro, no matter what, looks incredible. It looks very, very good. And again, if we want to use another...
PS4 is going to sound like a jet engine, but I mean, it looks good.
It does.
But another, like we said earlier, Immortals. It's maybe a more cartoonish art style, but Immortals looks gorgeous on a Pro or a base PS4.
Immortals does look good, and it, like I said, you buy the game and you pretty much have the full game.
I think the question we need to ask is: was Cyberpunk one of those games that was a game more or less ahead of its time? Like, they wanted to do way too much with stuff that we just can't do right now, or is it the excuse that they honestly just dropped the ball? I do genuinely think they dropped the ball.
They dropped the ball.
Fucking dead
I think their executive managed the ball.
There it is.
Because what I've been hearing is like the dev teams were saying it's not fucking ready.
Yeah.
And with them like announcing like, oh, the game's gold like months ago.
That's dumb. That's dumb.
They bit themselves in the ass every time they gave a date on the new delay. If I were them, I would have been like, the game is delayed until 2021. We will give you guys a new date.
Well, when they delayed it from when it was supposed to come out in April of this year, when they delayed it, they go, we'll put the game out when it's ready. And they should have left it at that. We should have not had any other date. We shouldn't have anything else.
Game is ready when November, right?
And then it went to
November, then December.
It was November, then they delayed it 3 more weeks. They should have never, whenever they go, launch is now.
Yo.
Yeah, I think your
the cat got some shit stuck. I'll be right back. I can talk.
But that's how that is. So we've kind of got our gripes out about it. We all think it's a great game, but there's a lot of issues with it. And we kind of want to do, just kind of get a setup for this. We want to kind of review games on this podcast and everything like that.
With no scores.
We're not going to do scores. We don't want to do scores. Scores are arbitrary and bullshit. Plus, people put way too much value into a number score, which is weird.
I'm looking at you, IGN. I'm not going to get into that discussion today, but I'm looking at you, IGN, and GameStop.
Yeah, we're going to get into that discussion later.
We'll get into that. We can talk about it on Wednesday. I mean, that
might be a Wednesday topic. We might do that.
Because we're going to do a Wednesday one. I know we might have had new people join or whatever. We're going to do a Wednesday one just because the holidays are hitting and I'm not going to be in town on Sunday.
Yeah, Charles not going to be in town next Sunday, so we're going to do a Eve of Christmas Eve podcast.
Yeah, so we can talk about, we can make that one a little bit longer too, since it's going to be more towards the evening.
Yeah,
but
we're going to make that one. We'll probably talk about some stuff, but let's kind of give a review. For me, Cyberpunk, with the caveat of you have a Stadia, like, do not play it on last gen.
Do not play it on consoles. Just don't play it on consoles.
Play it on last gen. I'll give it 3 busted couches out of a skill basement.
If we're gonna give it scores, we can give scores like that.
No, I would. The game is
worth a buy,
in my opinion.
Just not now.
Just give it some time.
I just don't think it's worth a buy now.
Wait till February.
Wait till February. Wait for it to go on sale or something.
Wait for it to be off of early access.
Yeah. Wait for its freaking alpha period to be done.
I'm not going to say I don't enjoy my time with it, but the issues are too glaring to recommend anyone who doesn't have it picking it up right now.
I think if you have a PC that can run it, get it on PC. From what I've heard, PC people are really having a great time about this game.
Yeah,
I mean, like, it's got bugs, but the thing is, you can pump out a hotfix like that. You can be pumping out hotfixes once an hour. The problem with consoles is that you have to pay a royalty to bring your patch online.
Yeah.
And that's why I think it's working. Dude, chill out with my Christmas tree. You see my Christmas tree in the back is shaking like crazy. He's going bananas on this thing. Yeah. But the game is good. The story is good. I think the game came out too early. I mean, and this is somebody. I mean, I have Cyberpunk headphones. Like, I've been waiting for this game for ages. And
I mean, you're talking to a household that bought the collector's edition. My fiance got the big ass collector's edition for it. So it's a game we've all been anticipating.
Yeah, the game it's just a bug. I mean, it's just like No Man's Sky, for example. The best example is No Man's Sky, right? Because that was the most recent game in the past few years that had a botched up launch. It's not Fallout 76, but that's its own fucking mess.
Which by the way, is still getting hella patches and just came out with like its third expansion. So, hooray.
Yeah, but like with No Man's Sky, for example, with this, I mean, the game is it's not a bad game, but it's not necessarily the world's best game either. Yeah. But maybe a couple months down the line, couple months down the line, it's gonna be a really great game, and I do genuinely think this game will be great. My biggest fear is that there are people upstairs might also be like, hey, can you guys maybe start working on a DLC or start working on that multiplayer? I know they say they're not, but they said a lot of shit about this. So,
well, like you said, that's their upper management pressuring them. The devs want to get the game fixed. Upper management wants moolah, and that's shitty. But that's
just fucking didn't help them now with this refund.
Yeah, losing it. I put my foot.
So
shit. Yeah, but you bought it basically twice.
Yeah, I mean, like, getting a refund on the PlayStation was like easier than I thought it was gonna be. You literally click a button. You don't even have to talk to anybody. Sign in.
Yeah, after they basically said everyone just gets a fucking refund.
If you got if you're playing it on the PS4, go click a button.
Get that refund. Just get that refund.
And that's it. That's the end of it.
I mean, there's so many other games you can play right now. I mean, Watch Dogs Legion is not a terrible game. That game's actually pretty fun.
Oh shit, Russ, you platinumed that, didn't you?
I did platinum Watch Dogs.
Yeah. I mean, Valhalla is an amazing game.
Valhalla is so fun. It is.
The game's gorgeous. The story's good. I haven't gotten too far into it because of Cyberpunk, but I mean, it's a great game. I mean, I'm with you. I do think it's the best Assassin's Creed game that's come out since at least Unity. I'm a big Unity fan, but I do think Unity was a great one. I just think it fucking suffered from bugs like how Cyberpunk is suffering from bugs.
Yeah. So, but that's kind of where we're at. These last couple, we try to keep these to around an hour. Sometimes they'll go over. That's kind of like what we're looking at doing here and everything with this podcast.
We do 9 hours.
Yeah, all the time. 9-hour streams.
Let me help out my cat.
Do you want to do like a Q&A thing with the chat?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we can ask.
Chat's open to questions for us. Questions about anything. Say hey, like anything. This is Q&A time. We'll answer any questions you have. You can ask personal questions about us. We'll give you everything.
If there's not any questions,
questions best to our ability. And everything like that. If you like what you had seen, and you like what you heard today, and you want to follow, give the channel a follow. We're going to be we're going to do this every Sunday.
Yeah, this is this week. Channel, so make sure to follow our channels too.
This is and everything. Who's my favorite sister? Her name's Catherine Elizabeth Shields. I love her very much.
Oh my God. I only have one sister, so
I love her very much. Yeah, so I think I know who K Like the Soup is. After this.
It's me.
It's me, yeah. Okay. The best sister is Kathy. Yeah, 100%.
Oh my.
But no. Give the channel a follow if you like what you see and everything like that. Also go out and follow. I tagged them down in the title. RamenCipher and Professor Toaster. That's Russ and Charles' channel. Thanks, Burning.
Trying to get this paper also. Just don't give it only to Josh.
Thank you, Link. Thank you, Link, for the follow. Thank you guys so much. No, this is just a fun hobby. If this is just something we wanted to do, something we wanted to put out there, so we appreciate you guys dropping by and having fun with us.
Legend of Link follows. Now, first got 2 volumes. Fucking damn.
Now we're planning on doing it every Sunday.
Yes.
Around the same time. Well, right? But this Wednesday, what would be a good time to throw it up, since it's not going to be like a regular
7:30 p.m. 7:30 p.m. Central Time, because Charl isn't there until 7.
Yeah,
so
but I think that one will also just be like an hour. I mean, we can talk about what we think about the game.
Yeah, I think Wednesday, if you guys want a really kind of hard-hitting thing, Wednesday is going to be about the state of gaming journalism. And it's going to be one of those that's going to be kind of sensitive.
It's going to be heated.
It's going to be heated. It's going to be.
I mean, I have some very passionate views about what I think about it, especially
I'm prepared to disagree with everything he says. So.
But no, that's what we plan on doing.
We'll talk about that.
We're working on getting socials up for the cast and everything. We'll probably make a Twitter for it. We'll probably make an Instagram for it, just to put it out there. Once we get all that, we'll let you guys know.
We'll look into it being its own channel at some point.
Yeah,
right now we're just using Josh as a thing. But we'll see how this goes, and then we might decide to make this its own Twitch channel.
Yeah, we'll maybe looking to making this on Twitch channel and everything. But if you guys have any other questions for us, right now is a good time.
It does not pertain to whose favorite sister. Sorry, I'm playing with my cat. He's trying to fuck with all my shit, so I'm actually trying to keep him entertained.
No,
so stop attacking my shit.
We just want to get to know you guys, and again, we really appreciate all of you guys dropping by today. Johnny Depp or Gene Wilder Wonka? Oh man, Gene Wilder Wonka. Charl, your thoughts on the Wonka, dog?
I mean, we know my thoughts on the Wonka based off work. I'm a Gene Wilder fan.
Yeah.
On it, I mean, that music, and especially that tunnel scene, the fucking where he scares the shit out of everyone. That everyone thinks is creepy. I love that scene. I know I'm one of the only people that loves that scene. I fucking love that scene.
I'm gonna say Johnny Depp to be different.
But you just saying it just to be different. Johnny Depp.
He just looks creepy as fuck, and I love it.
His hair fucks me up.
Johnny did do a really good eccentric. He has had a year. He has had a rough year. He has had a rough year.
I feel not saying he's had a hard year is like literally just putting it as nicely as possible.
Yeah.
To
say he's had a hard year is putting it nicely. Shout out to Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Come on by. We'll give you some love.
You don't hold me with one claw. That's impressive.
So, but no, that's. Yeah, I'm a Gene Wilder fan as far as that goes. Thank you for the question, Burning. Appreciate that. That's a good question.
It's Brando.
Oh, I think that's who it is too.
Brando, isn't it? Isn't it Brandon from work?
I think it is.
I'll bet on that.
But if you guys like what you see, again, give it a like and everything. We're getting socials out and all that. After this podcast ends, I'm pretty sure either Russ or Charl will be putting up a stream. All those are going to be playing I think we're all going to be playing what? We're going to play some COD. Just have some fun.
We're going to play some COD. My plan for my days, I'm going to play some COD with you guys. I don't know if we want to do the same mini game we were doing last night, or if we just want to get into multiplayer.
I mean, it just depends.
I do multiplayer as long as I was having fun with.
Oh my god.
Okay, Josh being the that he is second game. We can play some of that.
I am not good at COD. Don't listen to them.
This guy's a COD god. I'm telling you.
COD god. No, sir.
Fucking face.
I went through like 8 headbands of sweat last night. Oh man.
Jesus.
But I'll be streaming that, and then later on today, I just got the newest FIFA, so I'm gonna be playing Ultimate Teams online. And I'm gonna be fucking being terrible in front of everyone. It'll be my climb to mediocre.
There you go.
And I mean,
Goku.
Hey, that's Russ, tell me about your Goku figurine.
Kakarot, right?
Yeah, it's from the Broly movie.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was like a little limited edition thing. My sister got me last year.
Oh, that's cool. See, I didn't know. I thought it came with like a collector's edition of Kakarot or something like that.
Yeah, I thought it was from Kakarot.
Yeah.
No.
Nice. Alrighty. Well, we'll wrap it up.
I did Platinum Kakarot. Just in case you're just now tuning in, next episode's gonna be on Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. Central.
Damn, look at him. He's got the fucking times and everything.
You know,
this man's good. He's a professional.
Yeah, 7:30 Central. It'll just be like an hour, if not maybe less, because it is the night before Christmas Eve and everything.
Exactly.
And
We are.
about,
we're going to be talking about gaining journalism.
Whatever else you guys ask about in the comments, bro.
Yeah. Share this with your friends. Get it around. We want to build a nice community here of just people talking. We're accepting. Yeah. We want to hear all opinions.
Shit talking their sisters.
Yeah,
it's great.
Shit talking sisters, everything.
We want to build a nice community.
Yeah, we really want to grow. Eventually, like make this like some paper, like kind of shared channel. Grow some paper. Eventually get a shared Twitter and everything. And who knows?
Like looking at Josh,
I'm like, this is just a fun hobby. Charles here, like, no, monetization.
It's not about making paper. It's about having a good time.
We want to have a nice community, build a nice community. Want to talk to you guys and just share our thoughts on things. Twitter would be awesome. We're gonna work on building.
Twitter.
Like here in the next week or two, we're gonna be working on the Twitter thing, and then depending how big it gets, we may even I don't know, you guys down to if it gets to that point, throw up a Discord server or some shit,
Yeah, for everyone
if it gets that big,
Yeah, that's fine.
And,
But so this Wednesday will be a Wednesday show. We're gonna skip Sunday, and then we'll be back the following Sunday.
We'll be back the following Sunday, which will be the 3rd.
I'm pretty sure we'll all have a lot to talk about, at least with video games and stuff. By then, I mean, we won't be talking to each other for maybe
about a week. All three of us won't be talking. Me and Russ are Russ is off for the next week. I will be off from the 24th until the 4th. So
you guys don't ever go to work.
You know me. You made that joke.
I'm always at work. What do you say?
You made that joke that I never work. So
Josh never goes to work. I'm telling you, this guy gets paid.
This is my office. I work from home now. This is my work.
This guy here. This is my office. Look at all my video games. You guy works hard. Everyone.
Jesus. Alrighty.
But throughout the week, and we might be throwing up random streams of us playing. I'll probably most likely be playing Call of Duty. Cold Sweats, in case you haven't heard.
Yeah.
And Charl, FIFA, and we'll probably all be playing together in the Call of Duty.
Yeah, well, we'll be talking to each other. You'll be able to hear all of us. I mean, we'll be talking to each other. We always do when we play games.
Whether or not they'll be drinking or other intoxicants involved, we can't plan for that. But
yeah.
But it'll be a good time. If you guys want to check in on those, it'll be hella tight.
Yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out. If you haven't already, give it a follow. We'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys very much for dropping by.
Bye, everybody. Sorry, I the cat. Bye. Wow, look at that. Wow. These are happy endings. Bye, I love you.
That was fun.